Hey students, so this short video is just a continuation of what we were doing today. Uh, um, the reason I could not simulate successfully our basic circuit was because I had not correctly configured my easy OPC. Just to ensure that so with your easy OPC, it's 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 an application used to connect your fluid sim and your codices controller, right? Um, so whenever you are about to simulate, it'll pop up most of the time. So once it pops up on your tab here, you'll just have to go to codices, the codices tab, and then go to settings, codices, and then make sure that your codices version you're using is version 3, and then click OK. And then you should see that um, your state is connected to localhost, right? And then if you can go to overview tab, you'll see that there's a red line connecting your process simulation fluid sim via your virtual controller and your codices controller, right? Now, under codices, under device state, you should see that codices the driver used is v3, right? And then the state should be connected to local host, right? And then you'll know that you have successfully connected your easy OPC, and you'll be ready to you'll be ready to you'll be ready to simulate your basic PLC. It will be able to run now. Um, so let us now get to the simulation. Let's press start. Then when you press our push button, what should happen is our our cylinder should advance and then automatically come back, right? Retract, right? Now I want us to observe something. So I'm just gonna go quickly to codices. So this is our ladder logic, right? This is our input, and then we have our output, right? So when I press login download, so before you can simulate on fluid sim, you need to login download this side, login, and then download with login with download, or either login with online change, and then you just click OK, right? And then you'll see that you'll be redirected to this window, which has all your input outputs and the values, right? Now, uh, I was mentioning during the session that sorry, I was mentioning that, like, as the circuit is like this blue line um, indicates that there's current, but it is unable to go to our output, our Q0, because the state of our of the state of our push button, otherwise known as I0, is normally opened. Now, a normally open state means that actually normally closed state, it means that current cannot pass through, right? Um, but it will only pass through we once we press our push button. So I'll just split our screen like that, and then so that we can actually see the difference, right? When you press our push button. Now, uh, I should also, after pressing login download, you should press play. You should press play here. Now, the sequence of configuration is important. So, I advise that best practice. I advise that best. Let me just delete this line. Okay, I just want to delete this. Okay, I wanted to delete the line, but I don't think it'll matter much. So, uh, the sequence of setting up is important. What you want to do always is first log in, download the site, and then press play, and then go to your fluid sim. And then just make sure that all your connections are in order, right? Make sure your codices, its state is connected to localhost, and just make sure that your fluid sim is connected to the virtual controller via codices, right? And then always you can, yeah, just double check that setting, right? And then with all the other settings that we did, once you all of them there, you have configured them correctly, your circuit should be able to run. Now, let us observe something. When you press play and you press our push button, our cylinder has gone forward. Let me just do this. You can see it properly. Okay. So once we press push button start, our cylinder goes forward and comes back. But if I can just press the push button without releasing my finger, you'll notice something. You'll notice now on your ladder logic there that the whole circuit is now blue. You remember the blue color was not going through I0, but now that we've pressed our push button, and you can see that it's now closed. The path is now closed. Uh, you can see that like now current is passing through from I0 to Q0, right? Because now your stop button has closed its contact and allows current to flow through. And on the electro-pneumatic circuit there, you can see that there's a red light. So, but the red light differs in intensity, right? So on the side of like the push button, there's a light red color, but like uh, the 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 type of red going to your Q0 is now thick. It's a thick red color, right? But like, and the other thing you should note that as I'm pressing the push button, um, I0 it's on, uh, and then also Q0 it's on. You can see that also by looking at like uh, at the top of fluid sim out, you can see that on zero, the zero is red, and then the other ones are not red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's not red. And also you can see that Q0 is also red, right? There under fluid sim in, you can see that it's the only port that is on is port 0. The other ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up until 7, um, they are they are not even connected. Nothing is connected to them, right? And then the other thing that I want us to observe is this table here. So if once I press the push button, you'll observe that I0 is true and then Q0 is false, right? I mean, I0 is true and then Q0 is true. When your states are like that, when the values are like that, it means that current is flowing through those contacts, right? So yeah, um, that is the first basic circuit complete, right? So yeah, I just advise you to also use your learner guide in setting up, because yeah, during the session today, I was just doing it by head and I just forgot like a minor setup that I needed to do, right? But yeah, it's a matter of like practicing. Once you practice, you will know how to configure everything by head, right? It's important that you know how to do that by head, because in the test you won't be using a lab guide for reference, right? But yeah, otherwise, that is it for the first session, for the introductory session to fluid sim with PLCs, right? All right. Uh, Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.